Hi, this is Jason with SmartEd. We're a distributor for Promethean ActivPanels in Japan. Let's look at some of the menu functions and some of the buttons that come with the interactive panel. This particular panel is a titanium 70-inch model. You'll see at the bottom of the panel here, you have a series of buttons. The first button here is a power button. So if you press the power button, then the panel will go into a standby mode. The titanium model has proximity sensors. So when it's in standby mode and you touch the screen again, it'll automatically come on for you. If you push the power button with a long push, then it will go into a sleep mode, which turns off the electronics in the board. The next two buttons are volume buttons, so you can turn the volume up or turn it down from here. The middle button here, the flame, this is the menu button. So this will bring up the unified menu here. The snowflake button, this is a screen freeze button. So if you're doing something, for example, you have a video playing or something and you want to stop the screen as it is, you push the snowflake button and that will freeze the screen. The next button is turning off the touch function. So if you push here, you won't be able to use the touch function on the board. This is handy if you're doing something with the students and then you don't want them to be touching the board, then you can turn the touch function off here. The last button here is a source button. So if you have other devices such as your computer or an iPad or something connected, hardwired to the board, then you can choose to change between sources here. Right now we're running from the Android operating system, which is installed on the board, but if I had a computer connected by HDMI, it would give me a little icon here that said HDMI, and we could click on that to see our computer screen. So those are the buttons on the front of the panel here. The menu, the unified menu, can be accessed from three different places on the board, either the side or the bottom or the other side. Let's look at a few of the menu items here. The first one at the top is the locker. The locker is where you're going to find all of your apps. So this board has Android installed in it. So all of the apps that you have installed on your board are going to be available here through the locker. You're also going to see the settings button here. So if you click the gear, this is your settings. So if you want to change the brightness or the contrast, the palm erase mode, this is a function that is only available on the titanium. So if you turn that on, you'll be able to erase what you've written with your palm. And here's more settings here. So if you click on more settings, it gives you settings such as Bluetooth settings, display, change your wallpaper, and for example, like changing the language of the system. The next button here, which says owner, this is the users button. You can have multiple users create a profile on each board. So if you have different teachers who are going to be using the board and they want to save their own apps and their own settings, then everyone can make their own profile here. And you can switch between them and put a password on it so that you can log in via password. The next button is a home screen. It just takes you back to this home screen here. The next button is the whiteboard. The whiteboard is an app that is commonly used, so you can write on here, just like a whiteboard. And the whiteboard is it's an infinite whiteboard, so you can write and you can move it up and you can change the canvas size. You can change your pen color and a lot of different options here. The capture, if you have something on your screen and you want to take a screenshot and then import that into your whiteboard later, then you can use this to take a screenshot of whatever you want, whatever's on your screen. You press done, and then you can open it up in your whiteboard. And then you can start writing on it and use it with your lesson. The next function that we have here is the Annotate function. With the Annotate, you can basically write on top of anything that is open on your screen. So for example, if you have a browser open or you have anything open, you can write on the top of it. So you can choose your pen color and your pen size, and then you can write on top of it. And then of course, you can erase it with the palm of your hand. The next one is the source button. So again, if you have multiple items, multiple devices that are connected to your board, you can switch between devices here with the source button. And this one is the screen share. So you can wirelessly share screens with up to 4 screens on the panel at the same time, and up to 39 students in the waiting room at the same time by using ActivPanel screen share. And we'll go into that a little bit more in depth in another video as well. And the last option that you have here are recent apps. So if you have, right now we don't have anything open, but if you've had apps open, then you can switch between apps by going to the recent app option here.